For the last week or more, Shah Rukh Khan has had India's admiration for standing up and standing up unequivocally to the politics of intimidation, even when perhaps most hurtfully his patriotism was questioned. To talk about these difficult last 10 days and much, much more, we're joined by Shah Rukh himself. You're smiling.
I'm smiling because the last time I spoke with you before leaving for New York was, I want to do a fun interview with you.
I don't think we're fated to do that.
I know, I sent you a Twitter and I said, let's do a fun, comic, nice interview, which you've not done, I've not done.
Things aren't very funny around us.
They're not funny as, I mean, it's just been, I was just thinking of that when you were speaking. That was the last time I Twittered you, and then I'm back and things have changed so much. So, no fun interview this time too.
Well, we'll have our time. We'll have our time for our fun interview. But how's it to be back home?
It's very nice. On one side, because I was a little worried for everyone. You know, when you're not in the house, then you hear too many things. And you know they're exaggerated, but you still worry. But I'm happy to be back, and I was very happy being there. It was nice and cold, and, you know, went to NASDAQ and did all the stuff, which was...
And we're being King Gong, as I joked with you.
Yeah, I was being King Gong and doing such wonderful stuff, thinking, oh, India and has made me so proud, and, you know, I'm part of all this good stuff happening for the country. And strangely, then you're also faced with the dichotomy that this is also a part of what is happening to the country.
And people are questioning. There you are representing India at the NASDAQ. And people are questioning your Indianness, your patriotism.
And that's one thing I think no Indian should be questioned. Because you don't have to ask, you don't have to explain that why you love your motherland, or why you love India, how you are. And I'm very proud, very strangely, not strangely actually, very naturally, I'm very proud because my dad was a freedom fighter. And I don't have very many principles. I'm a movie star, but
you're being self-deprecating as always.
No, but I don't have too many principles. You do your job. You know, you're self-centered. You do your life. You want to have a good life. You want to do your entertainment. Maybe I've made compromises in my life, and I will never deny that. But I thought I've been a good citizen. I pay my taxes. I try to be kind of okay law-wise, and you know, then suddenly you are subjected to questionings of this form. And then you're like, I get very emotional about the fact when people say, because my parents gave me nothing else. And I know I'm very proud of the Tamra Patra my father has. And I just feel very special with people of my age group because my dad was a freedom fighter. He gave me this country. So I have this strange positive chip on my shoulder, you know, that I really like this. And when somebody asks and says, you know, that you're not a nice guy and you're not patriotic enough, and I find it strange. I find it very strange.
One of your tweets said that you're back and you're busy proving that you're Indian.
Yeah.
You're being sarcastic, right?
Yeah,
you know you don't really have to prove this to, I think, 99% of this country. There is that 1% fringe, but...
Yeah, and it's so strange that, you know, just because you say, okay, and everybody says that, Barkha. You believe that. Everyone around me believes that. We cannot start ascribing one man's, two men, 10 people's action to a whole set of a country or a group. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong. I said, we have whatever issue we have, let's kill those guys who have troubled India. You know, hang them. And let's not even be insensitive and say, play cricket with them. Let's not even be insensitive like that. You know, even if you're being sarcastic or angered or disturbed, say, oh, make that person the captain of your team. That's not right for the people who've lost their lives, to hear even a sarcasm or anger or a passionate outburst from anyone. And those people should be punished. But the rest of it, we meet them all over the world. Your channel only is carrying another bit of thing happening where you're talking about forming relationships and forging ties and buses going.
The governments are about to begin talking officially.
Just now, you know, so then why is it to be, you know, and sports, every time I remember whenever this question is arisen, 2 years ago they all came and played here. There was no issue. Shoaib Akhtar took a lot of wickets. We lost badly to Mumbai Indians, but my whole thing is that sports and culture and those are the things everyone says these will create the these will chalo political and physical the problem rehta hi rahega wo ho jayega, but these things will bind us together. Now those things are being questioned, then it's a little sad and it's wrong.
You know, I remember meeting you after 26/11 and doing an interview with you, and I remember how angry and how it took you a while to actually come up and speak because you were that disturbed by what had happened. Now it's your position on 26/11 that's being questioned. You're being accused of not being sensitive to those who died in 26/11.
Yeah, that's, I didn't see it like that. But yeah,
I mean, no, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
But
that's one way to look at it.
That's
Yeah.
what the people accusing you of
And how could any of us, let me not even use strong words like us Indians, I think any of us, normal people, who may not have chances to talk about their patriotism also, how can anyone have any two different point of views on what happened on 26/11? Naturally, we can't have it. Nobody should have it. We'll always obviously believe that that was completely wrong, it thwarted, disturbed. And here I was trying to say that being an Indian and being a Muslim, I wanted to talk about that, let's not overreact. And I was saying exactly the same things actually. Let's not take a set of people, and they're bad people, and they're bad guys, they're not good guys, they are the worst kind of human beings, but does not mean the rest is also like this. Let's try and keep some kind of equilibrium, some kind of sanity, and sort this out. Yes, of course, when the government from the other country says, oh, they were not from here, all those denials and all those are part of politics. That happens. And now it's all coming around. It's taken a little bit of time, but it's coming around. There will be international pressures, everyone talks. But exactly what I said then is what I was saying now. And then suddenly, on the eve of your film, it starts getting even more vulnerable and disturbing. And then there will be another point of view. Oh, this is for publicity. It all
That's
gets...
being said by
yeah,
some people.
so it'll be as frivolous as that.
I've been accused of having a tie-up with you to promote this film because I think that the people accusing you are utterly bigoted.
No, everybody knows.
See, we are doing a funny thing.
Yeah.
But more seriously, look back at this week. Did you contemplate at any point, maybe this is not worth the fuss, let me go and say sorry?
As I sit here and talk, I think it's not worth the fuss. Yesterday, I thought it's not worth the fuss. Day before yesterday, I thought. From the day it has started, I think it's not worth the fuss. Because there should be no fuss about this. And when I say this, I say with a lot of humility. I am not confrontational about this. If I was, I could say that. I'm not scared to be confrontational about any issue that needs confrontation. But this does not need any confrontation. This does not, so there is no, is it worth the fuss means? Then if I'll give you an example. When certain things happened with my earlier films, a set of people said, we don't like this word. And I said, why? And the gentleman in this room said to me that, my daughter is teased when they use the word Baba. I'm sorry, I'm using it now. And I said, oh, and I felt very bad. I said, remove it. Doesn't make a difference. And everybody told me, don't bow down. I said, no, I'm not bowing down. I think somebody's child feels bad, let it be. There was another set of people, there was a set of Muslim people who felt I have said something wrong in Marjani, the song. And I said, look, I didn't mean to. I explained the song to them and I apologized to them. And I took them out. I said, I'm really sorry. It's not meant to be like that. I'm not being confrontational. In this case, there should have been no fuss. What is the fuss about? And please, I don't want to be, again, I'm saying with all humility, if I say that we should have good relationships with everybody, and if I've taken the name of Pakistan or New Zealand or Australia or China or France or Britain, what is the harm in it? I've not understood this. So that's why when people tell me that, so are you going to retract? I don't know what to retract. Okay, so here on your show, I'll say, okay, let's not be friendly with New Zealand and Pakistan and England and China and France and London and nowhere. Let's be unfriendly to all the nations of this world. It's okay. Thing over. Let my film release with happiness.
I hope Barkha is watching this interview.
Yeah, please, I'll say whatever you want me to retract. I mean, I find it so strange. If I say, okay, even if I say this, in all seriousness, if I say it, does that change the fact that we should be friends with neighboring nations? Who am I? I mean, what does it make a difference? So if I've said it, in that program only they said, but why didn't he buy a Pakistani player? I wanted to. The gentleman was hurt. And
you mean Razak?
Yeah. As I said, Razak, his wrist got at 12 o'clock. I had to rush down to town. Thankfully the sea link is there, so I reached early. And we said, who's the next one? Who's the next one? And there's a lot of permutation and combinations because you don't have the kind of money everybody else has. We decided to get the fast bowler. Done. Also, let me say that I'm not talking about Pak players as from Pakistan. I'm talking about as players. So even if I didn't choose them, it would have been on the level of players, not because, or if I should not even choose them because they're from Pakistan. See, it works both ways.
It should be based on merit.
It should be based on merit. कि भाई अच्छा नहीं खेलता लेकिन पाकिस्तान का ले लेते हैं अच्छी जज्बा अच्छा होगा हम तो लास्ट आ रहे हैं टीम में मैं जज्बे पे थोड़ा ना प्लेयर्स को लूंगा and it should be on merit.
But then are you saying that of all 12 Pakistani players available, you only found Razak worth wanting? On merit?
Wanted him. Yeah.
On merit, he was the only one.
See, they all have some thoughts now of T20, and of course, at the space we are lying in, I guess we have to go by some thoughts. So Dav and Dada felt, And we thought it was a secret. Then it became open. 6 months back, people knew we were trying to buy him. And then I requested a couple of teams, listen, please don't buy him, you know, I really need him kind of thing. And then he broke his wrist or whatever, I don't know, fractured his wrist or something. And see, also, what I reacted to with Dr. Roy was that, listen, I heard an interview where they started saying to the franchisees that, why didn't you guys? And this is what I said. Don't you realize, the first thing to realize is there is an issue. Please don't just jump up and say, be brave, do this. There is an issue. There is an issue if you today try to take a Pakistani player in your team.
Now, what do you mean? Because this part of your statement did not get enough media attention. There is an issue. What is the issue?
This is the issue. I only said it. And the world has, broken all around, mad around me. So I'm like, so if you're sitting as a businessman or as a team owner, and as I say, खेल सकेंगे नहीं problem होगी नहीं होगी यार good sense will prevail no but there was a diktat that no it should not be allowed Australian players I don't know so it's okay छोड़ना यार क्यों पंगे में घुसो see it's as simple as that
do you
people
think that's
do
what
it 100% it's like that
do you think the franchisees you included decided somewhere subconsciously that God knows what will happen if we buy a Pakistani player कोई और झंझट हो जाएगा कुछ और breakdown हो जाएगा वीजा मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा
ये 3 इश्यूज हैं वीजा का प्रॉब्लम था एनओसी का प्रॉब्लम था सिक्योरिटी का प्रॉब्लम था एंड द फिफ्थ इज अनसेड कि हम मुंबई में शायद नहीं खेल सकेंगे इट इज डिसअलाउड हियर
disallowed by
मतलब पीपल से
by groups like this
by groups या दिल से कि नहीं खिलाने देना अभी लास्ट तो बारे खेले थे बट यू नेवर नो इट कैन ऑल हेल कैन ब्रेक लूज सो फॉर समवन I'm very scared I'm like and are you saying is it an unconscious decision no it's conscious did you say कि नहीं यार अभी let's look for someone else. Though I was very keen, I'll be very honest, not me personally per se, but because my captain and my coach wanted a certain player. And it was unfortunate that he hurt himself. We were very clear. The only player we wanted was Abdul Razak. I think they spoke with him also. And then he gave an interview. We spoke with them. There are rules that you can't buy him out of auction. So he was brought into the auction. He hurt himself. We went away. We couldn't take him. We took the next best choice or whatever we felt was the nicest thing to do. But I was just trying to explain on Dr. Roy's show that there is an issue. People have to consider these things. It's a big business, takes a high, whatever people call it, whether, IPL, it should be free of all these things. But the issues exist. Even me just mentioning that there is an issue has resulted in such problems for the last 7 days.
But here's the question. There are people who think that Shah Rukh made this nice statement that there should be neighborly relations with Pakistan and it's a shame and people-to-people contact should be there. But when it came to the actual bidding, how come he didn't want, other than one player? And my question to you is, did all these other factors that you've spoken about, the fact that there could be complications stop you?
No, they were only personal merit thoughts about each player. The second best choice when we had was always Shane Bond or Roach. I think we wanted a pace bowler. We just wanted a top-notch pace bowler who goes over 145, 143, kind of a thought. That was very clear on this. I'm giving you my strategy of my team.
That's okay.
Yeah. So
larger picture.
Larger picture. Okay. So we wanted a pace bowler, very, very clearly. Post that, on merit, we had only one player to choose. We had just a slot for one. So we went for it. And beyond that, there was no decision. I mean, I hadn't gone for the auction because I was there till 3:30 in the morning. And I had some work for the film. So I got back, but we didn't consider any nationality while deciding players.
What do you think the others did? Why do you think nobody got picked up?
I don't know. See, there will be, see, I can't speak for others, Barkha. I mean, you and I can think it could be because of this, but it would not be right for me to think about it because I haven't, when you come down to the auction, everybody's a little unfriendly. They're like, no, we won't tell, nobody will talk, and everybody do their own thing. So I haven't spoken, but forget that 7-8 auction bid for a moment. I'm not saying, Shah Rukh is saying nice things. But when I'm thinking about it, I mean, maybe just logically to think about it, yeah. I mean, if I have a problem tomorrow, again, with the work like mine, so I would think of this, ki le len kya yaar phir?
High risk.
High risk. It's a high risk thing, and it's unfortunate. Yeah, and if that makes me look like a coward, so be it. But at least I spoke about it. I mean, I may not have taken a player, but I spoke about it, and I stick to it, and I believe in it, and I totally believe that anyone who's not related to terrorism or bad deeds from any nation, we cannot club them together. I keep repeating this. Then, by that logic, we should not even take anyone from Goa, because this Goan gentleman, sorry, not a gentleman, this Goan bad person raped a 9-year-old girl from Russia. And if suppose, I think that is anti-national. I think if you rape a 9-year-old little girl, that is hugely anti-national. That means we should not have anyone from Goa also. We should not
Australia.
like it. From Australia. So if things like this are going to be, then how are we not looking at ourselves? Haven't we done some corporate crimes all over the world? So does that mean all Indians are corporate cheats? Haven't we done, there have been bad guys, I don't know, the London bombing. There was one person who I think got burnt, if I'm not mistaken, whose brother was in Australia and the SIM card thingy happened.
Yeah.
But he wasn't it, so all Indians are terrorists?
The Glasgow bombing, yeah.
And it is amazingly ironic because maybe I'm brown and maybe my name is Khan. So in America, I'm treated exactly like that anyway. And that sort of irks me a bit. I find a rule, I follow the rule, but yeah, it irks me a bit. Ki, Arey, yaar, yahan pe ye problem ho gaya. Suddenly I'm clubbed in a group. Also, I'm part of that group. I'm sure a lot of Indians are clubbed in that group when we travel abroad. So hum bhi us group ke andar hai according to some other people and we don't like it. So how come we don't mind...
so the least we can do is to not label other people? Not
label because we don't like the label. I've been frisked, I've been stopped at airports, I've had... I mean, it's okay, it's not a big issue, but you say, now ho to better hai na. Instead of having to do all this, now ho to better hai. So if I have got an issue, so, you know, there's two ways to look at it. Oh, mere saath hota hai, main sabke saath karunga. But I don't think that's mature, I don't think that's nice, I don't think that's logical, and I don't think that's democratic. Abhi mere saath hota hai, I feel it, it's not right. So why should I be grouping people like this, you know, taking putting one wrong thought for a whole nation?
But talking about, you know, you said, maybe I'm a coward, but at least I took a position and I stick to that position. Many people think you're extraordinarily brave for doing that because no one in your industry does it. Your industry does not stand up to Bal Thackeray.
It's not like that, you know, Barkha. What happens is when the film is about to release, we don't want, and I told this to Karan once, when the incident happened with him. And he
said sorry, and he was vastly criticized for saying sorry.
And he said two things in clarification to, I think, one of your interviews or somewhere on your channel. And he said, I did it because the stakes are very high, and I did it because my distributors and my partners have an issue. But he didn't say what actually disturbs most of the film people. That we are here to sell entertainment. Supposedly, you know, there's nothing in this world better than to see a person smile. And the only thing better than that is, oh God, this person's smiling because of me. You know, there's no feeling better than that. I'm telling you as an actor. And you can ask any actor. The bottom line is this. Suddenly, I cannot be responsible for 20 people, 40 people, 2 people, 1 person going to a theater and getting stoned or getting hurt. Even if it's a dhamki. Even if I believe kuch nahi hoga. Even if I believe the state machinery will look after me. In your heart, it is a very scary thought because my wife and my kids go to watch a movie. I've stopped them. I remember post 26/11, there was a movie out, they wanted to see it. And I said, don't go. And my friend and we decided, we are not going to talk about Rabne like this now. Because I can't tell anyone to go out and watch this film. I just told my kids not to go. So how can I tell someone to come out? Because it is scary. So when people say this, the real reason the film industry just bows down or gets scared. Yeah, the stakes is there, the business is there, the partner is there. But I think the main reason is, listen, I'm not making this film to hurt people. For example...
Most people think that it's done because of the money involved.
No, I don't think so. You know, I keep hearing, paisa bahut ho gaya hai film industry. It's very easy, yaar. Come on. You know, I'm not trying to justify. हाँ, बहुत पैसा है. और बहुत अमीर हैं. और बहुत good looking हैं. और बहुत power है. And बहुत classy हैं. इतनी कि अपनी पिक्चर हम रिलीज नहीं कर सकते फ्राइडे को. तो खामखा का पावर है. I met Farid and I told him that he says
Farid's a curry.
Yeah, and he's a friend and he said, you know, Newsweek, 50 most powerful people in the world, and I'm like, oh, go to hell, man. This is not power. Where is the power? Where is the power? I mean, sometimes you say, if I was not in such a vulnerable position of being a movie star, I will show you power. I mean, I am a good thinking bloody Indian. I'll show power then. Yeah. I really wish, you know, I don't know nothing about politics, but I want to have good people sit down with me and I tell them, let's show power because we have nothing to lose. But I have so much to lose. I have so much to lose. I'm a star. I love being a star. I love the riches. I love being good looking. I love my films doing well. I love nobody getting hurt when they go to watch my film. And there is no crime if I'm thinking that, oh, people should not get hurt watching my film.
So how come, with applying the same logic, you didn't think this time, I don't want people to get scared watching My Name is Khan. Let me just come out and say, if I hurt your sentiments, I'm sorry. Which is usually how it works. Which is usually what everybody does.
Yeah,
Did you think about doing it?
No, I just said sorry to Karan and Kajol and everyone. And I told my partners, I'll work free for you on television. Because It is the only small thing that I have. See, I'm not a great actor. I'm not the best businessman. I'm not the best cricket team owner. I'm, there are a lot of things I may not be. And I'm not fooled myself. I'm not the most powerful person in the world or the 48th or 47th. But I am an Indian. And you can't take that away from me. I mean, that makes me very sad. That makes me cry. So that makes me sad. I don't like that being questioned. And, and again, with all humility, I say, I'm not confrontational about this. I would not even try to explain how Indian I am. It just makes me very sad that, क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? और मुझे मालूम है ये एजेंडाज हैं, आपका पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा है, आपका बिलीफ है, आपका आइडियल है, आपके आइडियोलॉजीज हैं, बट मैं कहाँ से उन स्कीम ऑफ थिंग्स में आ गया? मेरा तो उससे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. और मुझसे अगर कोई बोलता है, मुझसे परसों किसी ने पूछा आप मिले, मैं तो मिलता हूँ, मेरी तो दोस्ती है, मुझे तो बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, लेकिन इस मामले पे हमने कभी बात नहीं की है.
पॉलिटिक्स पे? हाँ,
पॉलिटिक्स पे और आइडियोलॉजीज पे बात नहीं की है. और कभी भी मुझसे कभी नहीं पूछा गया कि इंडियन हो, और अगर मुझसे पूछ रहे हैं तो मैं फिर बात नहीं करूंगा. Because this is sad. I mean, and I'm not saying I'm the most patriotic, but I believe, I think so, that I'm emotional about being an Indian. Like I said, I'm not great at all these things that I mentioned, but I think I'm great at being an Indian. I'm a good Indian.
I don't think anyone would disagree with that except a few people that we can probably count on one hand, but...
And I never thought I'll have to say this on a TV channel.
That I'm a good Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me sadder.
But there are people who think that because you said, if I'm invited, I'll go and have a drink at the Thackeray house, you were ready to compromise.
No. My ideology is that because, look, what did I say? I said, just because a few people think differently from us, they are terrorists, they're bad guys, and they've hurt us, and we hate them, it does not mean that you cannot have a dialogue with the nation or the rest of the people.
But these are people who've questioned your Indianness. Why do you want to meet them? Why do you want to meet them?
No, see, I know it's, Barkha, these are all, let me be honest, I'm smart enough to know these are just taking stands for agendas and ideals. It's not personally, I think, let me say it and let people say what they want, because I'm honest about this. I think Udhavji is very sweet personally. I've chatted with him, I've talked about his photography. He's been helpful. He's very gracious. Bala Sahab, somebody said, don't say that again, have a drink with him. I have a cup of coffee with him.
But Bala Sahab enjoys his drink.
No, okay.
You mean you're not supposed to say it for yourself?
Maybe. Okay, so I'll have coffee here.
Where's the coffee?
Coffee. Okay. I only drink coffee. I'm so scared. This is something, they asked me about Valentine's Day for my film releasing on that day. So I said, मैं Valentine's Day नहीं बोलूँगा यार, उसका भी problem होता है यार. तो ऐसे वो प्यार का दिन बोल दो please. सारा साल प्यार का दिन है. But let me honestly say.
Why do you want to meet Bala Saheb Thackeray, who has questioned your Indianness, who has suggested that your religion has, who's made references to your religion? Why do you want to meet this man?
But that's what my ideology is. It's okay. I don't agree with all this. I don't like all this. I don't have this belief. And you can't question it. I'm strong enough in my belief that whatever you say does not make me an Indian, does not make me a traitor or a terrorist or a bad guy or a not a nice guy. I have full belief in this. But I've had some very good times with them. I will go, and I'm very, very clear that if I go there, whenever I do, and if I do, when I'm called, whenever Bala Sahib's called, I've gone. I've always gone and sat up with him and had a great chat with him. And he's given me his books, shown me his caricatures, promised to make a caricature of mine one day. So I have to go and take that.
He's caricaturing you right now. In a way. Or himself.
I'd want the one.
I don't know which one it is actually. But have any of them tried to call you?
No. And that is what is making me sad. That I have a relationship with them. And if you had a problem, just call me. Why did we have to go in such a fussy manner and scare the crap out of everyone, including me? Just give me a call and say, hey, तुम क्यों ऐसा बोले? अरे sir, कोई बात नहीं, अभी छोड़ दो, नहीं बोलेंगे. And it's just a talk. Yeah, I mean, if they know me well enough, I think I can say rightfully that one could have just given me a call and I would have sorted it out. Okay, I won't say it in the next one. It's no big deal. I believe it. I don't have to say it.
Have you asked them for time?
No.
There are rumors that Shah Rukh has asked Bala Saheb Thackeray for time. All day today there were rumors that you're going to go to Matushri any moment. Did you hear those rumors as well?
Yes, I was told, but no, I wasn't called. And I hadn't asked for time either.
And when you say you'd be happy to meet him to have a conversation, is that something that you're saying rhetorically, or is that something you're going to actively seek? Like, would you like to sit down at a table with...
About this matter?
Yes.
No. I would not like to seek. There is no discussion on this matter. That's what I'm saying. What is the fuss about? And I don't think, from their point of view, because, Barkha, this is what I want to ask you. What would you tell me to retract? What would anyone tell me to retract? When I'm saying they're good thinking people as far as personally we are concerned, ideologies can be separate. But there's no discussion on ideologies we've ever had, and I don't think we can ever have. Because I'm not from the same platform. I was just talking to a few friends who are in politics, and yes, politicians can have this talk about ideology ki हिंदुत्व ठीक है कि नहीं है, सेक्युलरिज्म बेटर है कि नहीं है, यूथ बेटर है कि ओल्ड पुराना है, वोटर बैंक अच्छा है कि एजुकेटेड वोट आना चाहिए, ये सब बातें हैं पॉलिटिशियंस कर सकते हैं. हमारा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है, वी कैन ट्राई टू talk about that point of view and impress upon politicians कि listen, we are with this today. But I don't think I have any right to talk about anybody's ideology. Like I mentioned, I've spent a lot of great moments with Bajpai Sahab. I'm very, very fond of him. Very fond of him. His daughter calls him Babji, so I call him Babji. Advani Sahab, he used to do films. They have different ideologies from mine. Completely different. And I'm not saying my ideology is something else with any other party. But yes, I would like a party which is more secular. So my ideology is different, but we never had ideological discussions with anyone. I've never had it with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. I've never had it with Mr. Advani. I've never had it with Mr. Amar Singh. I've never had it with Bala Sahab. I know all of them. And some other, politicians who don't even behave like they're cooler. And, we just sit down and chat. And I've never talked ideology.
So you're saying that while you're happy to meet the Thakres, on this particular issue, the subject is closed?
As far as I'm concerned, it should never have been open. And I'm not being pompous about it. I'm not being, like I keep on saying, I'm not being confrontational about it. I don't know what to retract. When I said I'm not going to apologize, and I've been told that I was never told to apologize. I was just, maybe some press person asked me. And I'm not understanding what to apologize for. And genuinely I'm not trying to be stupid.
Do you feel you've been targeted because you're Muslim? And I know you have said no to this, but I asked Uddhav Thackeray the same question, and my analogy to him was that if you have targeted Shah Rukh because of what he has said about Pakistan, then there is an entire peace movement called Aman Ki Asha being run by a major media group. There are some very well-known celebrity ambassadors for that, including Mr. Bachchan. You've not targeted them, so why only Shah Rukh? He insisted religion has nothing to do with it. But I'm asking you, do you believe that being Muslim has something to do with this?
No, I think, the agenda there is a little smaller. I think it's got to do with the player part. Cricketing players. I want to ask, are we going to have Pakistan playing in the Commonwealth?
Good question.
I have not, have we decided not to? Because I've been told, Mr. Gill is saying that we should not have sporting relationships with Pakistan. So I'm not saying I'm going to root for Pakistan. I'm not saying I want Pakistan there. I want Indians to win 177 gold medals. I'm all for India. I'll cry when my boxer loses in the Commonwealth game. But is the decision already taken? Because I'm not aware of it. I don't know very many Indians are aware of this or not.
No, I don't think there is any such decision.
So when it is not, then why should it be for one sport and not the other? Are we never going to play hockey at the Olympics with Pakistan and beat them? Or lose to them?
So you think you've been targeted because of your association with cricket and not because of your religion?
I think, one of the agendas of this group has always been that these cricket, but 2 years ago they played in the IPL. Then I was told, post 26/11, there is a more anti-feeling towards it. Because I came and played in Mumbai, like I told you, lost badly. But Shoaib Akhtar had bowled, I think, from our team. We made only 76, so we didn't get much of a chance to bowl also. But there was no issue that time. So I have to assume that if it wasn't 2 years ago, but then maybe post 26/11 we need to take that stand again.
But when
so it's just got to do with
the comments play on the Khan going to Lahore, there is a religious subtext, or you don't think there is?
I would not like to believe. I made a whole film on this here. I'm totally believing, and I talk about this on post 26/11 when we had the interview.
Yeah.
I speak very strongly as a person who's a Muslim and who's been accepted in this country as the son of this country in a certain way. Okay, let me be self-centered and say, yeah, I think I make some Indians proud all around the world too. And having said all that, nobody's ever asked me, what religion are you from? My wife has never asked me, I have never asked her, my children have never asked me, nobody's ever questioned it. So why should that matter be? And I think it's so old-fashioned. Let me also not get into this religious debate. I just really want to say, Muslims, Hindus, yes, I know what I'm saying may get me into trouble again, but I think it's just so old-fashioned to talk about it in modern India. Because if we are going to be like this all our lives, all this talk about India going forward economically, and you were at the Davos, and all this is nonsense. It's completely nonsense. If we are going to talk about regionalism at every 1 second, if you're going to talk about religionism and religion every 2 minutes, if you're going to talk about Khan and Kumars and Khannas every 30 seconds, then all this, it's nonsense. I think you should not go for these economic summits. Nobody should talk about India shining and India becoming bright and us and sexes. We are nonsense then.
We're still debating in this city whether taxi wala should necessarily know Marathi. And that's not the Shiv Sena, that's the Congress NCP government.
Just a logical, simple thing. It helps in conversation and communication. I understand. It would be nice if they knew the language. But I think Mumbai is hugely cosmopolitan. I think most of the people understand most of the languages. I've been here for 20 years now. I am a Mumbaikar, for that matter, in a certain sense. 20 years I've been living here, and unfortunately I've not been able to pick up Marathi. My kids speak. My kids speak fluent Marathi. I mean, whatever little they can, they speak fluent Marathi. I have not been able to, I just know Gati.
You may not be able to be a taxi driver then in this city.
No, but I know this much, Gati Rodak Pude Aahe.
What does this mean?
It means road blocks ahead. So, that I know. It's always written on the roads. Gati Rodak Pude Aahe. Kind of story of my life.
No, but this is the bizarre level of debate, political debate in this state. And it's every political party. It's not even one. No?
Yeah.
It's every political
why
party.
should we take this one group or two groups? Everyone says this. And can I just genuinely say, how can you, there's not been a new business open in Mumbai in the last 20 years? Somebody was sitting with me, one gentleman in London, I think Mittal or someone, and he said, 20 साल से कोई नया industry नहीं आया है मुंबई में. And I think it is sad. It is supposed to be the commercial capital, the heart of this country. It is a fantastic city. We are proud of it. But if things are not going to happen like this, we should be looking at the infrastructure problem. We should be looking, हम यही बातों में, my father used to say, अगर लून नमक की बातों में रह जाओगे तो चांद पर पहुंचोगे ही नहीं. ये नमक और चीनी की बातें करते रह जाएंगे हम या. I'm sorry, and I don't mean it in terms of price rise of sugar, etc. Please.
You really become careful about what you say.
I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid, whatever I say. These small things, I know these are important things. Religion is very important. I've been telling everyone, there are three kinds of identities we have. We have a familial identity by the religion we are born in. So you're Muslim or a Hindu or a Sikh, and you've got to believe that that's what you've been taught. Then there is the place that you live in and work, or born in and work, and lead your life. That's your regional identity. But all this is a subset of your country identity, of your national identity. These are subsets. When did the subsets become more important than the set itself? And that is something that's unacceptable to me. And
it is a bizarre debate.
It's a bizarre debate. Yeah, it is very important to talk about Marathi Manus. It's very important to talk about Mumbai. But in the larger context of things, we cannot be ki hamare yahan pe aao mat. I mean, it's a bizarre. So next time I'm going to Delhi, will I have to take a visa and get frisked at the airport because I'm a Khan? I mean, it would be the bizarrest thing. I mean, where are we going to end this? And nobody believes in this.
How have you explained this to your children?
This, I don't know what they're understanding now. I mean,
what have they asked you?
The daughter did ask me, so where are we going? And do we have to leave? Papa, we have to leave India? And then there were some suggestions of places I should go to.
I
don't know, somebody had mentioned I should go to some parts in Pakistan and live there or something, and stuff like that. So I think my daughter was very sweet. She was kind of, we don't have to, we can go somewhere else. She was quite okay. She said, and she's not unpatriotic just because she wanted to go out of Mumbai and live in London or New York. But it's sad. I mean, and I didn't know. I thought for a moment, should I say, no, nobody can tell your dad to leave this country. It belongs to him. But then I said, no, I can't have this kind of posturing also with my kids. I can't be taking this high ground. I need to explain to them, okay, listen, it is so unimportant, this questioning, that your dad doesn't mind not retaliating. And I don't. I mean, किसी ने और भी कुछ अजीब सा बोला कि मैं ट्रेटर हूँ
Samna editorial.
I mean, अब ये सब ठीक है. ये तो फिर I think ये सब. So I was just telling somebody कि यार वो मुझको I've been called worse, so it's okay. But I can't take it seriously. I'm called Badshah also. I don't take that seriously either. So you need to. It's become it's not difficult, but I need to tell my kids now a lot more things than just the fact that I'm a Muslim. First I used to blame everything on stardom, everything. Okay, you know what, Papa's famous now, so these people happen. Papa's Muslim now, so these things happen. Papa's a stupid loud mouth, these things happen. Papa speaks his mind, so these things happen. Papa's just gonna shut up and do his job.
No, we
my wife
never
says that.
shut
Yeah,
up.
my wife says that. Why don't you just shut up and do your work? I know you're very intelligent and you're very smart and you have viewpoints, but you're just an actor. So do your job.
But I'm sure she didn't think that you had anything to retract either.
No. I mean, but she felt very bad for Karan and Kajol and the whole team of Khan. She kept on saying, I can sense it. Yeah, that's also very sad at times. I could sense it that, listen, the movie will be okay. Because see, we only live by that. We are such small people. I am such a minuscule, unimportant person. All that matters to me is, and of course I'm not saying it to get any more publicity. This is no way to get publicity, but I just want that film to come out. I work like a dog to make it work. And I don't know on this Friday if you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. If you're not going to like it, I have another 1.5 years to go to present the next one. And I'm not talking about the stresses of the insecurities of being a star. No, I'm just talking about as a genuine wanting to please and entertain people kind of person. And the wife has also got these issues. My son has got these problems.
So if they come out and stone your film, whoever they are, will you then change your mind about the position you've taken?
अब तो हो गया. अब तो क्या
करूँगा? फिल्म रिलीज होगी और पथराव हुआ फिर?
अब तो क्या करूँगा मैं? अब तो जो होना है वो तो हो गया. मतलब I'm
no turning back.
I'm tired now. I'll tell you honestly, I'm tired trying to explain this. As a matter of fact, I was again speaking to a friend, speaking to Praful sir. He's also a politician. And he said, क्या कर रहे हो? So I have an interview with Barkha. But this is it. This is the last one. I will not talk after this because क्या बोलूँ मैं यार? I mean, I'm like, I'm hoping that nobody says anything. I'm assuming, I've been told signals are good. It's nice, Shah Rukh, that you are very, very clearly in favor of. No, I'm not. I'm not saying it for my film. I'm genuinely not confrontational about this. Because, see, if you say something to me which completely disagrees with my way of thinking, I will not even have a discussion with you because it's not important. And you think differently, I think differently, it's okay. So I'm not having any issue about that, I have to take time.
But are you cynical about how the industry reacted? Because at the end of the week, there were some people who spoke up. But through the week, there were many. And many of the top stars had not taken a position.
No, I think it's prudence.
That could be another word for cowardice.
No. It's just 72 times bitten and 140 times and every time shy.
So you don't mind?
No, I don't mind it at all. It's nobody else's job. See, I have not raised my voice when these kind of problems happen. Like saying when they came out of the Jews, I didn't go out because I'm not a Jew. Then they came out after the Christians, I didn't go out because I'm not a Christian. Then they came out nobody came out because nobody was left. So I think it is, and please.
But that's what Jaya Bachchan said to me when I asked her about you. When she spoke about her own issue with Raj Thackeray, and she said, but I battled it alone.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't even say it with cynicism or anger. I say it, it's nobody else's duty to do it because we are all very vulnerable, and I like to say something in
But what happens
favor.
to a thing called principles?
No,
Isn't it important for the industry to sometimes stand up collectively for a principle?
No.
Why?
No. I'll tell you why. Because I think, one, we think that we are a homogeneous unit. It's a tank and machinery. We are not. We are different creative people with different thoughts, different reasons for doing what we do. And you have to allow that space to all of us. And there is nothing. And yes, we are a family. We are friends. And we work together 365 days. And yes, whenever there is, God forbid, an earthquake, we all come out and help. And yes, when there is an AIDS function, we all come out. Yes, when there's a greenathon, we all come out. Yes, whenever there is any problem in this country, we all come out.
But why not take a political position?
Because you can't. You cannot. Because, on Thursday or Wednesday, political positioning is the weakest for a film industry. Principles are the weakest on a Wednesday and Thursday. And that is the truth. And that does not make us cowards. Wednesday, Thursday is not the right time to tell me to be brave. You ask me on Monday, and I'm very brave. Thursday and Friday is not the day for principles. It is not. It's a day for film release. It's a day for entertaining other people. It's a day for giving your offerings by which you live. And, and nobody's a coward in the film. And let me tell you honestly, whether you talk about Jaya Auntie, you talk about anyone, whoever said whatever they said, and all the guys, and I thank them, for saying, Shah Rukh is right. Yes, there is, none of us are cowards.
You're not being politically correct
no,
here
I'm not
by
being
saying you've
I'm
not been hurt by those who haven't.
I'm saying it with
up?
great passion, because I have never stood up when they were in trouble yet. How can I suddenly become this righteous person? I've never done it. I've never stood up for anyone. I've kept quiet. I mean, what do you think? Karan himself alone has gone and said sorry? He must have called me. Kya karu? Haan, sorry.
Do you regret that?
No,
you regret
I don't
Karan
regret
having
it.
apologized to Raj Thakur?
Thursday, don't ask for principles from us.
You've stuck to yours this time.
When the Thursday comes.
No, come on. Come
no,
on.
I won't change. But I'm just telling you, Thursdays are, and normally these things are brought up. Print chala gaya hai. Aur abhi kya kare? Wo patthar maar diya. Exhibitors are backed out. I have no issues with them either. I requested them yesterday. They were very sweet. I said, please open the advance. Please, nothing will happen. Give us a chance. Give once a chance for things to go right. And again, this is not to change. Maybe it will happen again, and again we will succumb, and again the film may not come, or maybe it won't happen again. But it's a wrong time to ask people during releases, and it always happens that time because, I had a set of people saying, change the name of your film. I'm like, okay. They asked me on Thursday. Ask me for anything on Thursday, I'll do.
No, I don't believe. I think you're being self-deprecating as always. But let me ask you in conclusion, while you were gone, Rahul Gandhi made a very interesting trip to this city. He was threatened by the Sena as well. He took a local train to some of the sort of the Sena strongholds. He's a friend of yours. Has he been in touch with you about this?
No, we've not been in touch. Because again, like I said, we don't have any
political
equation at all.
But did you follow sort of what he did? Do you think it changed the course of the discourse?
See, like I'm saying, if I was a politician, I would do stuff like this. If I was a politician, I would not be scared of another political party. I'd be braver. I'd have more principles. I'll have my own agenda. And I'd do it. I'm not a politician.
You think you'll ever be in politics? After
I
this?
hope I don't have to.
After this?
No, I hope I don't have to, yeah. Because, I'll change too many things. I'll either get kicked out in a day or two under charges of corruption. And, because I'm not corruptible, so maybe I'll be put away in charges of corruption, or my religion, or my name, or my Indianness. But, I think politics, I wish there were days, I wake up, I'm like, I wish I was.
In politics?
Oh, yeah. Then I'd say it, yeah. Come on, then burn stuff. I'll burn yours. Come on, let's do this. I mean, I see that happening. I see that, one political party is burning one stuff, the other guy is burning the other one. And let me tell you, it's a joke. It's a bloody joke. I mean, I think that hardly happens in any other country in the world. I don't know which country this happens. We look like banana republics, man. We look like idiots. But we do it. And educated politicians do it. So, jala do. हमने तो नहीं किया, और हमारे आदमी कर लेते हैं. अरे यार, तुम्हारे followers तो कमाल के हैं यार. I mean, what is this, yaar? I mean, and we are taking this, and we are laughing at ourselves. We're laughing at ourselves, and I think it's time we stop laughing at ourselves and enjoying. Like, you keep saying, I'm self-deprecating, and I am. But I think the whole damn country is like that. We're just laughing at ourselves and having a great time at our own cost.
Are you scared?
I'm scared?
Are you scared right now?
No, I'm not scared.
It's gone past that?
Yeah. See, the strange thing is, it may sound contradictory. I may be a coward, but you can't scare me. I mean, it's just like that. I can back away because of the, like you said, being a part of the film industry, the vulnerability, the stardom, Khanness, whatever. I will never bring religion. I hate having to ever believe that it could be. I may back away from a lot of things. I may not speak out for a lot of things. So I may be a coward that way. But no, I'm not scared of anything. I mean, my dad was 19 years old and he was in jail. My dad used to tell me ki dal aati thi aise, and 40 people used to be in that room, and dal mein rust aa jata tha, zang. It used to be rusted on the sides. So you had to quickly eat it. This was one way to separate the 40 guys, so you start fighting with each other. And he said, we found a way. The 20 of us kept hungry one day and the other the next day. So my logic is that, I found a way, I'll find a way. But I'll not be scared. I'm not going to fight with my people. I will not be cynical. I'll not be disturbing. God, Allah has given me too much to be scared or angry about anything. And what will you take away from me? I mean, you take away my stardom, I'll become a film director. You take away my filmmaking capability, I'll become a politician. And then it will be very scary for everyone, so I'm not scared.
Looking forward to that day, Shah Rukh, but I can tell you most of India is very proud that you've taken a position that is not going to change on Thursday. It's not going to change even on Thursday.
You know what, I'll just, see, I'm so brave, I'll just leave the country and go away.
You want me to do that. All the very best.
Thank you.